I'm live. We're live. Hey, most people don't see opportunity because it comes wearing overalls that looks like work. That is a quote. I think it's from Ben Franklin. If I'm citing it off, let me know in the comments. But I share that with you because I want to show you some stuff I picked up off of Craigslist for a ridiculous price. I essentially bought a dude's full sharpening shop from years ago for 350 bucks. And it's not because there wasn't value, it's because nobody else saw the value. That's my opinion anyway. Like, it's not something I'm going to be using in the short term. It's something for me to grow into over time. But I just want to share this with you because I feel like in this space there is a tremendous amount of opportunity, but it comes wearing overalls and it looks like work, and that's because it is. And I have seen, and I'm sure you will hear and see as well, everybody wants the golden egg, right? Like, they hear about that person who flipped that house and made six figures and retired on the beach. The thing is, that probably doesn't exist. If it does, like, hat tip, that person figured it out. But your better bet is to work for it. That's your odds are much better of you getting a golden egg if you work for it. Anyway, so I want to go show you some of the stuff that I got. I have to put it in the other part of my other part of my basement here, so bear with me. All right, so first up is this thing. This is the same scissor sharpener that I use. I bought another one off of Craigslist from another shop that was getting rid of his stuff. This thing is dynamite. It's made in the 90s. This was probably bought in 1991 or 96. There's generations left of scissors to be sharpened out of that thing. I already have one. I didn't even know that was in the pile. I went up there and found it. It's like, oh, sweet. All right, but this is the reason I went up. This thing, this is a Foley bell saw. It's an old school thing, but you can still buy them new. New, this thing costs $3,300, and it is for sharpening circular saws from like 5 to 36-inch saws. It's ridiculous. Don't quote me on that. Again, I don't even know what I'm doing here. I just saw potential opportunities. So I rented a trailer and drove up to Maine and just threw the stuff in there. I should tell you the whole story too. I will when I get through the rest of the pile here. This thing is a trip hammer. This is for adjusting the set on circular saw teeth. This thing over here is for retipping circular saws. So they have little carbide teeth on them, and you can just retip them. I don't know. Maybe get into that. There's another thing. I don't know what that is. This thing is really just a grinding wheel, but it has a neat bed on it. And to me, I'm seeing mower blades on this thing. This is the old school, like, Tormek. Let's not do that. Anyway, this is a Foley bell saw sharp awl, and it's pitched. It was. You can get parts for them. I don't know if you can still get. There's plenty on like Craigslist and eBay. They're all over the place. But they are the tool that did everything. And usually what that means is it does a pretty good or okay job at everything, but not a great job at anything. But still, like, you could build a full sharpening shop off of this thing with all the attachments. And then this is like the thing that probably has the best looks. Like, it looks super cool. This thing is actually for sharpening hand saws, like rip and crosscut saws. It's got a little thing. I don't know. Like, someday I'll figure out how that thing works. That would just be a cool thing, especially here in New Hampshire. Like, there'd just be a certain group of people that would really get off over being able to watch, and that thing is cool. Being able to sharpen hand saws. All right, so there is a bunch of stuff there. So here's the way that worked, right? Like, every now and then I go on Craigslist and I just search sharpening and I see what's out there. This was The dude didn't even know what to put it at. He put it at like $1, make an offer. And I said, like what's reasonable? He said, well, my uncle put it up for 3 grand and didn't get a bite on it. I said, yeah, I'm not gonna bite for 3 grand either. If you need to move it, like if you get sick of sitting on it, write me back. A couple of weeks go by, he writes me back, says, hey, so what would it take? I said, just looking at the pictures here, I said, I don't know, man, like I might drive up there for 200 bucks. He countered with 400. We met at 350 and then found a time to meet. Um, but like, if I, if I get into that, like I have years ahead of me of like, I have stuff in my shop here that I still need to learn how to use, but I have years of growth in the business lined up. I just want to that's not by mistake, right? Like that's on purpose. The other thing that it really makes me think of, like this, when I went to get him, it was a dude, and it sounds like it was his girlfriend's grandfather that owned this sharpening shop. And it to me, like, well, I'm happy that I have received what I conceive to be a great deal. I'm a little saddened that this family uh, like didn't see the potential. And I guess I think about that, like in what I'm building here. I want this to be something that I can pass down in the generations. Like my kids are 6 and 2. Like it's early for me to be thinking about this, but like what a great thing! Like not only to teach them business um, and like that whole thing, but then to be able to have opportunity available to them to show them what the tools are and how they work. They don't have to embrace it if they want, if they don't want, but the knowledge is there, the skill set is there, and then it could just be that side business. I feel like each one of the tools that I have and each one of those tools out there in and of themselves could be a business. You could start a business just doing circular saw blades or just doing scissors or just doing woodworking tools or just doing knives. Like there's an independent business in each one of those. I've chosen to branch out because I find it rather fascinating, and I kind of like getting my hands into that stuff, and I get to learn about it, and so I do it because it's fun for me. But anyway, so there's a little bit of sorrow that came with that as well, but I will move past that and carry on and just kind of use it as a lesson to myself and now to you to like think the long term. And then the other thing is like don't turn it into a job, like if you make it suck, like no one's gonna want to do it. And it's like, well, grandpa can't come because he's got to sharpen stuff. And like grandpa's like, well, I can't do that. I got stuff on the bench, like if it's not fun, like it's no one's gonna want anything to do it. So uh, that applies across everything that we do, but specifically the side hustle and the business. Okay, so that's wicked fun. I hope there's actually a lot of takeaways for you in there. Like keep your eyes out, like check Craigslist from time to time, like keep a grander vision of what you're building. Think not just next year, not 5 years, 10 years, think like 2 generations down the road. Like, has anyone ever asked you to do that before? So anyway, or any other nuggets. I hope you found value. This was also my first time going live, trying it out. And anyway, good night. Thanks. Cheers. How do you stop this? Is that, are you sure you want to stop stream? Okay.